This is going to be a general relationship reading. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. We're going to take a look at the connection between you and your person. We're going to look at what's going on in your headspace, your person's headspace, your heart space, their heart space, overall energy and underlying energy. And of course, feel free to swap sides if it makes more sense. So let's take a look at what's going on in your headspace. We have the Tower. I'm not surprised because the Tower card has been coming out quite frequently. This means that people are having a lot of changes happen, okay? This is a shakeup. This is a breakthrough. This is a major change happening in your life right now. So in your headspace, you could be having a Tower moment. And the question you have to ask yourself here is, are you on the offensive or are you on the defensive? And I find this really interesting also because in the weekend reading forecast that I just filmed, these two cards did come out. So in other words, are you on the offensive? Are you on the defensive? Are you fighting this shift? How are you handling this change in your life right now? So let's take a look at what's going on in your person's headspace. We have the Princess of Swords. Now, Princess of Swords is the Page of Swords, depending on how you call it. And this is a card that says being more logical and decisive, but also it can be a card of spying or observing, especially on social media. So with that, we have the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is a brand new emotional beginning. So let's take a look at what's going on in your heart space. We have the Fool, trusting and taking a leap of faith. And I find this so good because of the fact that after a Tower moment, we want to have new beginnings. We should encourage new beginnings, right? We don't want to fight that shift by being on the defensive. Now, the Fool says, don't worry, trust, take a leap of faith. Now, sometimes the longest journey is from the head to the heart, where you're having this Tower moment and you're like, okay, what do I do? Well, you know what? All you can do is start to rebuild yourself. Now, you're not rebuilding at zero, okay? It's not like a total zero. You have knowledge that you didn't have before. And with that, we have the Devil. Okay, so here's the thing. Are you going to fight the shift? Or are you going to stay in old energy? Now, why this also is fascinating is that we have a new moon in Gemini on June 18th. And new moons are all about manifestation, setting new intentions. Also following this new moon in Gemini, there's going to be, a start to the summer months. And this is basically asking, what kind of energy do you want in these upcoming months? So are you going to be in the new or are you going to be in the old? It's a question I ask every single day. Now, in your person's heart space, we have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is all about manifestation. It's shooting your shot. It's communication coming in. Let's see what else we need to know. The Knight of Swords, moving forward and swiftly, okay? Find this very fascinating because of the fact that this is very quick moving energy. So matters of the heart, okay, on your person's end, you know what? Pretty swift. Overall energy, the Star. And the Star is so beautiful because this is about healing, blessings, wishes coming true. It's even Aquarius energy. And let's see what else we have with that. The Seven of Cups. You might be having some very vivid dreams lately, but this also can indicate that you need to make a decision. You know, there are 7 cups here. You have many options. You've got to make some decisions on what you want, how you want to handle it. Now, nothing is set in stone. I always say be a Roomba, like a Roomba vacuum. What does it do? It spins around the room. If it hits a wall, it redirects itself. You've got to make some sort of decision and take it as it comes, okay? Now, the underlying energy here is the Sun. The Sun is the Yes card. It is the happiest card in the deck, okay? And the Hanged Woman here says, we might be feeling a bit in limbo, but we need that enlightenment to get things moving. Now, one observation I'd like to point out is that the Star card is Aquarius energy and the Sun is Leo. They share the same axis in the zodiac. So in other words, similar energies, but different. So you can see how the overall energy has this healing, got to make a decision. And then here we have yes, right? We have that Leo energy, that passionate, that masculine energy, because we got to get out of this limbo. We got to get out of this hangman energy because you can only stay there for so long. So let's take some oracle cards to see what else we need to know. Now, back to your headspace, we have the Sun. Okay, the universe is saying, I said what I said. All right, so we like that. That's a yes card. And there's the Snake. Okay, here's the thing. The Snake is about shedding skin. It can be deception, it can be jealousy, it can be betrayal, sure. It could even be silent treatment. If you're in this relationship and you're getting the silent treatment from somebody, you've got to really ask yourself, okay, How long can I wait? Because as I always say, we don't wait. Trusting the process means you go live your life, you go do what you got to go do. You don't sit and wait on anybody, because time you don't get back. Money, you can always make money back. So if there is silent treatment here, then you want to ask yourself, how do you want to handle this? Now, if this is about growth and change and you know, shedding that skin, are you going to fight that shift, or, you know, are you going to see what happens? And there's the heart. Okay, the heart light on. Is your heart light on? Okay, that's about love, romance. You have some very deep feelings for this person. And in your person's headspace, there's the moon. Well, we're talking about a new moon in Gemini here, right? So the moon, it's trusting your intuition. Now, it can also be some worry. It can be some anxiety, the need to let go and to purge, right? Very important. So let's see what else we need to know here. Well, there's the whip. Okay. So the whip could be some arguments or some fighting, things that are happening over and over again. But it can also indicate, in my opinion, you know, like cracking the whip, like getting a move on, right? We want to make sure that we are moving forward. We don't want to make lateral moves. We want to go left, right, or backwards. We want to only move forwards. And it's developing, which is lovely, okay? It just may not be moving as quickly as you want it to in the headspace, but the heart does want to make a move. So let's see what's going on in your heart space. Well, you've got some things to do here too. You've got to sweep away old stuff. And why this is important is because the devil here is all about, you know, restrictions, codependency, addiction, anything that's been holding you back. You got to sweep that away. If you want new energy to come in, you have to let go of the old. Because if you're wanting your person to make major changes in their life, you also have to make sure that you're making changes, making space. Now, you might be saying to yourself, now is not the time, okay? You're not sure you're ready. You're not sure you want to make these changes. If you're not sure, how can your person be sure, okay? Now, I'm not debating feelings here, but whether you're sure about whether you love somebody or care about somebody, but how badly do you want the shift or to make the changes? How badly do you want them to do the same thing? Because essentially, this card here says that you're feeling very weighed down. There could be a lot of emotional baggage there. You might be feeling unhappy in a situation, okay? There's just basically here restrictions, which indicates the devil card underneath it. Now, in your person's heart space, there's the mountain. The mountain can be an obstacle or a problem, okay? Or distance, solitude, you know, somebody being cold. We did talk about silent treatment there. Now, the mountain can take on two things, in my opinion. It can be an obstacle, you know, or it can be an achievement. When you get to the top of the mountain, you can feel that level of achievement, and then you want to go all systems go. So it really depends on your current situation. But, you know, here's the archer. This is about taking aim. And I like this because once you get to the top of the mountain, then you can take aim at something new and exciting. And there's the owl. The owl is saying, let's explore the unknown. Okay, it's important that in the heart space that we are truly open. Like I'm asking here earlier, is the heart light on? So I would just say, you know, take a second and really ask yourself if you're really open, because a lot of people say they are, but not always, okay? Overall energy here is the lily. This is about ambition. Like I'm saying, how badly do you want this? And with that, we have the moose. Okay, there's a very powerful energy between the two of you, a very strong connection, but there's also this need to be calm, cool, and collected. We don't want to, you know, lose our cool. We don't want to push anything too much. We want to make sure that we are in our feminine energy and we're allowing the masculine energy to lead as well. Underlying energy here, we have the Chariot. Well, this says all systems go. And this is a Cancer card. I mean, it does say King of Water, which could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but essentially Cancer is ruled by the moon. And we have the new moon coming up. And I mean, hey, fireworks, passion, chemistry, lust, happiness, excitement, holiday, celebration, kissing, exhilaration, explosive, hot canoodling, as I would say on my live with my followers. But essentially here, there is a lot of chemistry, a lot of celebration here, if you allow yourself to be open and move yourself forward, okay? So that being said, you know, I hope you have a wonderful upcoming weekend and a new moon in Gemini. If this resonates, please let me know in the comments, especially if you have any questions. But thank you very much, and I wish you a wonderful day.